A Waddle of Penguins and Other Fun Collective Nouns. Written by Stephanie Lipsey-Lue and illustrated by Jemma Dando. Stick together and keep warm. It's a waddle of penguins. Penguins have their own individual voices just like people. This helps them find their mates in a big waddle of penguins. Did you know once penguins are in the water, we call them a raft of penguins?
A waddle is only when they're on land.
Did you know penguins can't fly? However, they are excellent swimmers. When they are hunting for fish in the sea, they swallow a lot of seawater. Luckily, they can sneeze it out again. Achoo! Look out! Shark! 5 sharks! Arg! It's a whole shiver of sharks. Did you know sharks are the only type of fish that have eyelids? Sharks give birth to baby sharks instead of laying eggs like most fish. Baby sharks are called pups. Most sharks are cold-blooded, which means their body temperature is the same as the water they swim in. Ooh! Ouch! Watch out for that smack of jellyfish. They might sting you. Jellyfish have been around for over 600 million years. That's before dinosaurs, before trees, and even before fungi. Some jellyfish are actually immortal, which means they can live forever. Did you know jellyfish don't have a brain, a heart, or lungs? Can you remember the name for a group of penguins on land? What about in water? Did you get it right?
Between 2 and 30 dolphins is called a pod. 1,000 dolphins make a superpod. Can you imagine 1,000 dolphins swimming together?
Dolphins are mammals, not fish. They breathe air through a blowhole on top of their heads. This means they need to come to the surface for air and cannot breathe underwater. Did you know a killer whale, also known as the orca, is actually a type of dolphin? It's the biggest member of the dolphin family. Can you remember the name for a group of sharks? Did you get it right? Attention! Salute! Double time! Go, go, go! A squadron of pelicans. Both male and female pelicans help with building their nests, as well as taking it in turns to stand, not sit, on the eggs until they hatch. Did you know pelicans use their huge bills to capture food, but they don't store it there for long? They tip out the water, then swallow their catch whole. Can you remember the name for a group of jellyfish? Did you get it right? What a sweet little family of otters. In fact, a group of otters doesn't have to be related to each other to be referred to as a family. That's actually the proper name for a group of otters. Like penguins, when otters are in the water, we say a raft of otters instead of a family of otters. Otters use rocks to crack open the shells of the clams they eat. They carry the rocks in loose skin pouches under their armpits. Did you know otters eat up to 1/4 of their weight in food every single day? Can you remember the name for a group of dolphins? Did you get it right?
Can you speak, whale? The collective noun for whale
Is a mob.
Bowhead whales can live for up to 200 years. This is probably because they live in such cold water. Did you know whales are the biggest animal to have ever lived on the planet, even bigger than dinosaurs? They are also the loudest animal and eat up to 40 million krill a day. Ducks don't have any nerves or blood vessels in their feet, so they can't feel the cold. Did you know ducks can see very well underwater? They can also see in more colors than humans and can see almost all the way around without turning their heads. Can you remember the name for a group of seals? Did you get it right? Can you juggle? What about do a somersault or breathe fire? I don't think a puffin can do any of these things.
But we still call them a circus of puffins.
Puffins are sometimes called clowns of the sea. This is probably where their collective noun, a circus of puffins, comes from. Puffins can flap their wings up to 400 times in 1 minute. This is so fast that their wings will look like a blur. Did you know puffins love to live together? The largest circus of puffins had 4 million puffins in it. Can you remember 2 names for a group of fish?
Did you get it right?
A group of walruses can be called a huddle, a flock, a pod, a herd, or an ugly of walruses. Whoever came up with the last one is a bit mean.
What eats a walrus? Only polar bears and orcas. A huddle of walruses is usually made up of all females or all males. All walruses have huge tusks, which help them to get out of the sea. All animals have a scientific name, which is an old language called Latin. The walrus's name translates to tooth-walking seahorse. Can you remember the name for a group of ducks? Did you get it right?
Collective. People, animals, or things that can be grouped together as a whole. Digestion. The breakdown of food so it can be used by the body. Krill. A small crustacean similar to shrimp which are eaten by many sea animals. Mob. A large crowd of people that want to cause trouble or violence. Nerves. Bundles of fibers in the body that send information to and from the brain. Nerves are how we feel things like temperature and pain. Raft. Materials that float such as wood tied together to make a floating platform. Shiver. When your body shakes slightly, very quickly because it is cold. Squadron. A group of people in the Army, Navy, or Royal Air Force. Time to pause, grab a pencil, and fill in the blanks. Can you remember the name for a group of puffins and a group of walruses? Did you get it right?
Come back to Lulu's for more story time.